Hi, this is 蓝欧巴 Jimmy。今天呢，我会说英文，因为我的中文有一说不能说明很多。Today, what I'm going to talk about is 5 things Singapore is better than South Korea. Let's get started. 如果你们还没订阅我的频道的话，请你们 click 红色的订阅 button 一下吧。别担心，这是免费的。Okay, first thing is fresh air. Actually, I used to have a rhinitis in Korea before, but it is gone since I have come to Singapore. I think the sky is really clean in Singapore, which is really good to me. That's my first thing, it makes me so happy to be here. I think in Singapore it's always clean except the raining days, but many raining days though. I feel like there's no almost fine dust in Singapore. When I was in Korea, air cleaner is the must item, especially in a house with a baby. Of course, I know in Singapore there is a haze season yearly, but I never had experience before. 好像在韩国365天中有300天天空多云. In Singapore, if I pick my nose once every 13 days. In Korea, I pick my nose 3 days or 1 week. The second thing, no drunken people on the street. You know, the Korean people like drinking alcohol so much. So when you get Gangnam area, Hongdae, Kondae area, you can see easily many people are drunken on the street. Especially Friday night, all day long. In Korea, normally when you meet your friends at days, normally we can go to restaurant or cafe, a lot of cafe thing. But at nights, almost 100% pub or bar, and we enjoy drinking session. First drinking session, and second drinking session, and third drinking session, and fourth drinking session, and next day in the morning, and we can have a hangover session together. But in Singapore, I rarely seen drunken people on the street. So I heard so many ladies feel very safety in Singapore at night. So they can feel free to go out and hang around here and there. If anyone knows why there are not many drinking people on the street, please let me know in comment. And third, various food and fashion style. Generally, Koreans are care about their appearance. So we Koreans are very highly interested in the fashion or makeup or the hairstyle. And also the fashion trend in Korea is very fast and very sophisticated. So many Koreans tend to be similar with the ideal style like this or like this. But I think in Singapore, there are more open, relatively wide variety of hairstyles or fashion styles. I think, in my opinion, there's many different people are living in Singapore, and I think the standard for beauty is not set at all. And I think they are more open and more recognized different personalities. And in terms of food, the food trend in Korea is also very fast. So, for example, the specific food or drinks are very popular in Korea, and you can easily be expanded nationwide in Korea very quickly. But it is also quite easily disappear when it becomes unpopular. But I feel like in Singapore, it's quite easy to see very different types of food, like Indian food, Malaysian food, French food, or American food. So more feel like very international, and I can enjoy more various and different food. And fourth, no self-conscious culture. Korea has a culture that is conscious of the other people's eyes. For example, at work, if you want to leave from the office at 6 sharp, as a Korean normal working hours is 9 to 6 p.m. But many of companies in Korea typically not allow you to leave the office right away unless the boss and senior staff has not left the office yet. And in Korea, if you are sick, you can't take a break easily, or you have to use your annual leave instead of sick leave. But if you have a lot of work to do left, you have to come back to the office on weekends and you have to finish your duties. But Singapore has MC leave system, medical certificate, so you can take a rest when you are sick after receiving the MC from the clinic. And I think Singapore has a working culture focused on ability. Maybe they can leave the office as long as they done for their work or their performance is already good. The fifth, saving shopping cost. In Korea, the shopping expenses for buying clothes or shoes, spring, summer, and autumn and winter is very huge. And also it's really stressful to arrange the winter clothes and winter shoes shoes and packing and put another clothes in summer season. And the winter season, I have to bring it back to all the clothes and shoes and rearrange in my room. It's very stressful and very exhausting things. I think the energy and time and cost of the organizing all these clothes and shoes and the etc. is really huge. But back to Singapore, my shopping expenses of clothes and shoes and etc. has been decreased by 1/3 compared to Korea. And Singapore is always the summer weather, so I don't have to buy further clothes, shoes, and blankets, which is so good and very simple. OK， 今天的影片到此了。如果你们喜欢今天的影片的话，请帮我按赞和订阅，还有留言分享你们的想法。And actually, these 5 things is in my opinion. So if you think something wrong or maybe something is not that true, let me know and share with your comments and opinions. Thank you so much for your watching. See you next time. Bye bye. 안녕히 가세요. Relatively wide variety of hairstyles or fashion styles.